eBay's AI program is out of control and needs to be stopped. Welcome to Flipping and Punching, and today we're gonna pull some eBay orders. I've been working all morning long packaging items for hours. I did 3 whatnots this week. Operation CSO is in full effect right now. We sold off a ton of stuff. I'll show you that in a second. And we're gonna talk about eBay's AI. And what I mean by that is they have AI set up that when you do certain listings, they flag it or they take it down or you get hit, your account gets hit. And we've had that happen to us multiple times recently. So we're gonna talk more about that here, but let's jump in, let's pull some orders. First order we sold was on Macari. Now I've been cross-listing a ton with Vendoo. We've had, I think, 2 orders today that are going out on Macari. First one is this comic book order. It's Batman Madness. There's like 9 comic books or something in the little set here. I always like to list my comic books when I have them. If they're not major keys, or if I have a little mini series, or I like to list them in order because people like to make sets or complete the story. Had these listed for like $9.99. Buyer sent me an offer for $8. I accepted. So I got $8 plus shipping. I have less than $1 into these. But all right, so let's talk about this week. I knew when I was going away to Kentucky for the 127 sale that I was going to come back and have to do a lot of work. I knew that. So I scheduled a bunch of whatnots this week just to try to move stuff. I did a Disney pin show on Monday. We did, I don't know, roughly about almost $350 in sales. And then on Wednesday, we did another Disney blowout merchandise sale, just some old merchandise we had laying around. We did $380 that day. So about $700 between those 2 days in sales, which is great. But what I didn't take in consideration is D23 happened over the weekend. Now, if you guys don't know what that is, and this is why I always say how important it is to stay up in pulp culture, what's going on. D23 is Disney's big yearly announcement. They let you know all the upcoming movies, TV shows, changes to the theme parks, new rides, new additions. They also drop a ton of exclusive merchandise. And a lot of people that are coming to my Disney shows were saying how much money they spent this weekend. So I'm assuming that probably hurt a little bit because people had limited amount of funds the rest of the week. But it's still, hey, we did $700. I'm not going to complain on that. And then yesterday, as part of a giant raid train in the storage unit category, went on for an hour. I sold 60 items for about $500. So we did about $1,200 in sales on whatnot. But look at this aftermath. Okay, I went through, I think, 4 totes. Here, I'll show you right here. And here's the part about whatnot no one tells you about is the packaging. It sucks. Look how much stuff I need to send out today. Here's tote 1 filled with a bunch of stuff. We saw some really good items last night. You know, CIB. We saw graphic novels, Transformer chess set, Goldberg figure. Here's tote number 2. We saw this giant Betsy Johnson bag. All this stuff in this tote. All this stuff in tote number 3. So we got rid of 3 totes full of items. And here's the sad thing. It hasn't even put a dent into what we're doing. Our Disney show was entire totes. So we got rid of 4 totes. We got rid of 4 totes full of merchandise. I got rid of some items that have been in my eBay store for like a year that just didn't sell. So Operation CSO, clear shit out, is underway. We're back in full effect. We're gonna make a big difference this time around. We were able to clear out 4 totes of merchandise in the last 48 hours. So that's a giant step in the right direction. That was a ton of stuff that we sold on whatnot. So I've been packing that up. I can see the stack behind me here. It's already begun. That's just a portion of it right now. All right, next time we sold is a book bag from Eddie Bauer. This is like it looks like a hiking book bag. Picked this up at the garage sale for $5. Had it listed for $39.99. Buyer sent me an offer for $30 and I accepted. So I got $30 plus shipping. All right, next time we sold is a magazine. Which one is it? It's a heavy metal magazine. There it is. This one right here. I think this is a variant cover. That's why this one had a premium on it. Had it listed for $44.99. Buyer sent me an offer for $30 and I accepted. I literally have like 25 cents into all these magazines. So if someone sends me a reasonable offer, it's the only offer I've gotten so far, so I'm just going to take it. So $30 plus shipping. Picked it up at the local flea market when I did a big bulk buy for all those graphic novels and magazines. All right, so let's talk about eBay's AI. Now, what I mean by this is eBay has things that are automated on their site that make things easier, reduce the amount of physical labor that they have to use for their site. So a couple months ago, I listed some Nike pants up, and they were my stepson's that my wife bought from the store. And within like less than 5 minutes of them being listed, I got flagged for counterfeit items. That's not someone reporting it. That's not someone reporting my listing or trying to get me in trouble. That's eBay's AI, something on it flagged it. So unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm not going to try to appeal it at this point in time. I'm just going to move on because I can't relist it because I don't want my account to get flagged or get possibly suspended. So I always like to say it's a cost of doing business. Now, doesn't mean I can't sell that on other platforms, but their automated system is cracking down on things that shouldn't be cracked down on. I don't know why. I don't know if they need to change it or fix the algorithm. I had a couple more things that happened to me. I don't know if you guys watched the Commonwealth Flipper, but he had a similar incident where he listed a Harley. He actually listed a vest that had Harley patches on it. Didn't say it was a Harley vest, but eBay's AI flagged it and removed his listing as well. Now, what eBay would normally do is their proper protocols, they'll just send you an email stating that they removed your listing, that it didn't meet their requirements or didn't meet they'll say the item was counterfeit or something along those lines, and you're fine. Okay, they just give you a slap on the wrist. It's when you try to relist that same item that's when they're going to flag you or potentially suspend your account. Usually they'll suspend your account for a day, 3 days, I think it's 5 or 7, and then so on. So you gotta be very careful with that. So it's not worth actually relisting those items. But he had an incident with a vest. It wasn't a Harley vest, it just had Harley patches on it, and they flagged it. And they took it down, and he got a ding on his account for that. I think I just got one yesterday. It was just ridiculous here, but let's pull a couple more orders. We'll talk more about that. I talk about how I've been selling all these Disney pins for a great profit, and this one was absolutely great. So I'm getting down to kind of the end of the pins that I haven't gone through and looked up yet. And I am so glad I stopped to look because I can just tell that this was a unique pin when I saw it. This is a Disney leadership pin. This pin was only given to certain employees for leadership roles. Didn't think this pin was worth what it was worth. I saw a comp for $127 that sold earlier this month. And I listed it for $129, our best offer, and someone bought it outright for $130 plus shipping, and it lasted it was on eBay for like an hour or two. Not to mention they actually messaged me and asked if they had a second one because they had a friend looking for one. So when you're dealing with these highly sought after items, people will save their searches and they'll get notifications when items do list. Now, if you guys aren't doing that, if you're a collector, you really need to do that on eBay. When I used to flip comic books for hot movies or flip comic books, video game lots, stuff like that, I used to save my searches so I would get a message from eBay anytime a new item was listed that had my keywords in it, and I would quick look, and that's a good way to get items as soon as they drop. All right, so I gotta head out here in a couple minutes to go do a private pick. Someone hit me up about some sports cards, wants to meet up and potentially have me buy out a lot of it. I am looking for some sports cards right now for Whatnot, so if I can get them cheap enough, I'll probably pick them up. I'm not really looking to buy other merchandise at the current moment. Rule of thumb, if you ever reach out to someone and you want them to buy merchandise, I'm sure this guy's a super nice guy. But if I ask him 2 or 3 times to give me a price what he wants for everything and just keep saying, oh, I'm easy to work with, oh, I'm going to be under retail, I almost didn't go to meet up with him. So we'll kind of see, because I usually, anytime I've had some bad experiences where I've gone to places, people didn't give me a price and they want a retail above retail, and it was a waste of my time and their time. So hopefully this works out. But rule of thumb, guys, at least have a general price in mind if you contact someone and you want them to buy some stuff. I don't know, we'll see. I mean, it could be a good contact. He does set up at the local flea market. He is a vendor in our area, so we'll see. I'm always down to meet with other resellers, so wish me luck. All right, so I just got back from a private pick. I gotta go back to pull my orders before the post office closed. So we'll talk about how that went here. I'm happy with it overall. I think it was good contact to make. Next time we saw was Spiker from the Masters of the Universe. This is from the new collection that was released right here, and we got that came in my giant toy lot, so I'm already in the profit on that. So I will say I love toys, but man, I'm not sure if I would do another big toy pickup like that. Maybe I'd sell them in lots instead of selling them individually, because that was last summer and it's still taking, it's a year now and I still haven't sold all these off. So all right, next time we saw was a pair of Rebok shoes. This came from that garage sale pickup when the lady was a manager at Rebok, and I bought 10 pairs for $35. We've done really well on these. These ones though, I got a lot of people looking at them. I sent out a lot of offers on these, but they finally sold. These are the Rebok shoes here. I paid $3.50 for those, and I ended up selling these. Had a listed for $29.99. I paid $3.50 for those shoes. Had it listed for $29.99. Buyer sent me an offer for 20 bucks and I accepted. So I got $20 plus shipping. All right, so I got back from that private pick. Now, a couple things to do. When you guys are doing private picks, it's all about building the relationship with that seller. And if there's something that you guys can work together in the future, you always want to make sure to leave on a good note. He did reach out to me. He had a ton of, lower end cards, like $20 and under, which is a sweet spot for like Whatnot and potentially for eBay. It is a lot of work though. It is a lot of work. I'll show you here. I'm going to show the video on my card channel, but I'll show you guys like a little clip here of the stuff I got. But he wanted $500 for it all, and it's a little bit more than I really wanted to pay. Not that it's not good value, because there's probably, it is good value when you break down the numbers. Like if I went to a card show and there's 1,000 cards in this box and they wanted 50 cents a piece for them, it's $500. And could I flip those online? Could I get $2, $3, $4 a card? Potentially. But it is a lot of work. I'm going to start doing some cards on Whatnot. I would have felt more comfortable at a lower level just because there's a lot more baseball and stuff I'm not very... Baseball is my weakest sport. At the end of the day, I would have liked to get in at a lower amount because I just spent all that money in Kentucky, but I think it was a good deal. The value is there. I guess time will tell. Worse, at the end of the day, even if I break even on this buy, I'm okay with that because it gives me enough inventory that I need to really start doing Whatnots now and doing card shows and whatnot. So something I kind of want to do here in the future when I buy more cards. But I will tell you one good touch he did, and I will say, if you are working with buyers, this is such a cool thing to do, and it really shows that you do value the person that you are working with. But he did bring a bunch of extra stuff that he threw into the deal. He brought, like, here, I'll show you. So I did get all these. These are better rookies, number cards, stuff like that. But then he threw in this giant box. And then he threw in some Garbage Pail Kids cards, which I thought was super cool. And then another just random box of stuff, and then he threw these boxes in there. More boxes. There's more boxes underneath that Disney thing over there too. He also threw in all these infinity pieces for Disney. Like Stitch, like that's probably do well. These Star Wars and Marvel sets. Threw with this baseball bat. Now, this is a softball bat. I need to look this thing up. This may be worth some money. Alright, so I paid $500 for all that. Now, I would have felt more comfortable at a lower thing just for the cards, because there's a lot of baseball in there, and baseball is probably my weakest sport, but I do think the value is there. And worst case scenario, if I break even, I break even. I got enough inventory for my Whatnots, which is great, to do those card shows. And then now I'm looking at the other extras he threw in. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with all those other cards. I may go through them, may just bulk them out. But when it comes to like the baseball bat and like the Disney Infinity pieces, we should probably do okay in those. That baseball bat may get me like 40, 50 bucks, hopefully, or maybe more. I don't know. I need to look it up, but I feel better about it. But the best part is, I built a relationship, and we're probably gonna meet up maybe next week, and I might get some more merchandise for him. So we'll see. It's all about building relationships, and sometimes you pay up for items because it's going to pay off in the long run. It's not always about getting, trying to lowball someone. It's about building relationships, showing them respect. They show you respect, and it's a give and take. So at the end of the day, I'm happy with the deal, and hopefully it leads to more stuff here in the future. All right, next time I sold is a book, The Big Book of Little Criminals. I have no idea what this is. It's 63 True Tales of the World's Most Incompetent Jailbirds. Sounds funny. This came from that massive comic book graphic novel buy I did, and I got $9.99 plus shipping on that. We did sell this next. This is actually a carrying case for wrestling fingers. I bought this when I was up in Virginia with a Commonwealth picker. Paid like, I think 20, maybe 40 bucks for an entire lot of this filled with figures. And I think I got $19.99 plus shipping for this. So back in the 70s and 80s, especially back in the 80s, carrying cases for action figures were a big thing, like Ninja Turtles, He-Man, Batman, G.I. Joe. There's a ton of other ones out there, WCW. All right, next time we sold a comic book. This is Silver Surfer book. Silver Surfer versus Mephisto. This is a 15-cent book. Silver Age. And I listed for $39.99. Buyer sent me an offer for 30 bucks and I accepted. So I got 30 bucks plus shipping. Oh, I totally forgot what I was talking about earlier today about the eBay AI. So let me tell you what they did to me. I had a DVD up called I Spit on Your Grave, which is a horror movie from the 70s, and then they redid it. It was a Blu-ray collector set that had both the original and the new movie. And it was unrated. I got a message from eBay saying they're removing the listing because it falls under the adult content. What? It's a rated R movie. It's a freaking horror movie. So they're saying that it's adult content and they will not allow it on eBay. And I listed in the wrong category. So I tried to appeal it and eBay denied my appeal. So I don't know. I don't get this. I mean, I'm getting multiple items taken down because the AI is flagging items. So let me know down in the comments down below. Have you guys had any issues where you list an item up and eBay takes it down or flags it like within like minutes of listing? Or have you guys run into any of the other issues? Let me know, because I'm interested to hear from you guys what you guys are going through. All right, I just got a big sale on eBay I'm super happy about. I bought this at the Webster Flea Market. This is a Sony Receiver. It was brand new in the box. Has HDMI. There's the channel receiver. Paid 100. I think I paid 80 bucks or 100 bucks for it. I don't remember. Either 80 or 100 bucks. I originally had it listed for like 300. I dropped the price to 250. Buyer sent me an offer for 225 and I accepted. So I got 225 plus shipping. That thing, I can only imagine what that cost to ship it. A buyer internationally bought it and that thing weighs 22 pounds. Now here's the cool thing. When you guys have items like this, they're brand new in the box, unopened, you can ship it in the actual box. Just make sure you put in the description that you're gonna ship in the original box. I'm putting a label on that box and just dropping it off. So it's gonna be super simple. If you guys don't know, I used to produce bobbleheads from China at one point in time. And China does what they call the drop test. So once they put an item in an actual box, they'll put it up 3 feet, 6 feet, and drop it straight down. So you can actually ship these things in the normal boxes because they do pass the drop test and they should be fine shipping. A while back, eBay had an issue where the AI felt like it was just really flagging a lot of things. Maybe it was just relearning or learning everything that's on the platform, but I'm not sure why this DVD got flagged, this Blu-ray. It's not adult. It's not like an adult content movie, so it's not a porn movie. It's rated R. This is the unrated version. Maybe because it's unrated, that's why they flagged it. I don't know. So, and I know it's happened to a lot of people probably like 6 months ago, but I know it's gotten better, but I've had a recently I've been getting one here, like these one-offs. It's just weird. All right, next time we saw is actually a camera. This is the Polaroid digital camera. I picked this up at a yard sale. I think I paid 3 bucks for it. And we ended up selling this for $14.99 plus shipping. If you guys saw me pick up all those vintage t-shirts in that video on my Pick and Punching channel, what was absolutely insane, what probably a lot of people overlooked was I actually got like 3 wallets and a couple wristlets. Here it is, Kate Spade right here. Got 5 Kate Spade wallets for 15 or 16 bucks. And we sold this one for $39.99 plus shipping. We sold some more boxes. I thought there's 4 of those. I gotta figure out what happened because it says I sold 4 of these boxes, but I only have 2 on my shelf. So I'm wondering if I sold them and the quantity never updated. Louis Vuitton box. We got 25 bucks plus shipping for each box. I'm gonna investigate that. I may have to refund the buyer 2 boxes, which I hate to do. I don't know why it says that we have 4 and there's only, this is my updated shelf as well. So I'm not sure what happened. All right, good news, I was able to find 1 more box, but I still don't know the other boxes. So I may just have to refund the buyer for 1 box, but I'm gonna package all this stuff up. I go to grab my packing paper and look what I find. Who's you? What did you do? What did you do? Look at this mess. My paper is ripped up. What did you do? Did you do that? Never ends. Anyone want a dog? Does anyone here want a dog? Guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you guys do like and subscribe to the channel. Come follow us on Whatnot. We're doing tons of shows right now. We're blowing a lot of stuff out. You guys missed out some great deals this week. Until next time, guys, make sure you guys keep flipping and punching.